If you're a woodworker or a handmade business owner out there, you've probably said this before. I really wish I could sell my stuff for more money. That's one thing that we all wish. And so in today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to sell expensive things in your woodworking or your handmade business. Let's dive in. All right, well, welcome back to the channel. As always, grateful for you, grateful for your time and your attention. Hopefully this content is benefiting your life. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, go check out the podcast, Handmade Business Secrets, and you can check out this content while you're in the shop working, and it'll help you refine those business principles that you've been lacking. In today's video, I wanna talk to you about how to sell expensive projects. How do you sell expensive things? Let me convince you for just a moment on why it is better to sell expensive things than it is to sell cheap things. Number one is the type of customer that you're going to be dealing with. When you sell expensive items, you're selling it to people that have money, which are typically higher class people. And they typically have better values, typically aren't going to nitpick you to death on the same level as someone that just doesn't make a lot of money. They're barely scraping by. They're trying to squeeze the most out of every dollar. And so they're going to be way pickier. I've done it a long time now, and I've always preferred working with people that spend more money as opposed to those that spend less money. And here's the other part, is you don't want to build a business that's based on being the lowest price leader. There's a quote, I think it's a Dan Kennedy quote, and he said, there's no strategic advantage to being the second lowest price in town. There's always going to be somebody that's competing with you on price. One of the easiest ways to try to get into business is we'll just sell it for the cheapest. That's where the lowest barrier of entry is for your competition. They're going to come in and they're just going to try to undercut you. So I have never ever wanted to build a business based on price, because if you sell that table for $600, your neighbor's going to come along and build it and they're going to try to sell it for $550, and then you're going to try to sell it for $5, and then they're going to sell it for $450, and it's a race to the bottom. Your profits get squeezed. It just doesn't work. Okay, so on the other side of that spectrum, if you sell things that cost a lot of money, number one, you're dealing with higher class people. Number two, you are making more money. You're making more money by selling those things in an expensive way. And number three is you are building a legitimate brand by selling to high class people. So how do you sell expensive woodworking projects? So number one is that we create a brand that appeals to the upper middle class or the wealthy. We talk a lot about branding on this channel. We talk a lot about building a strong brand. And the reason is it's like the silent killer or the silent enabler in your business. What'll happen is if you don't focus on branding at all and you just start building stuff and hoping to sell it, you'll either start getting some success or you'll experience massive amounts of failure and you won't know why. And a lot of it's going to point back to your brand. Have I created something that's appealing, that's attractive to my audience? And so branding, part of it is focused on the product, but part of it is focused on you as a person, as a company. And so one of the best things that you can do is you can create video content around you and your family, around what your values are, around what you love and what you don't love, what your goal is and why you do what you do, around the charitable contributions that you make, because people want to buy from businesses, especially small businesses, that are doing more than just selling stuff. They want to buy from people that love their families, love their communities, that are trying to make a difference. And so if that's you, then you should build a brand around that. If you're like, hey, I retired from the military and I'm starting this thing, and a percentage of all sales goes to this military nonprofit, that should be one of your main things. Because guess what? All the other military people in the entire world are going to be, or people that have family that's in the military, they're going to be drawn to your brand. If you are a father and a husband and a Christian or a pastor, like this is me, like I'm a pastor, I'm a Christian, I'm a father, I'm a husband. That's part of our brand. And so we value family, like we value our faith, we value community. And so that goes into everything that we say and do. If you have strong values, you're going to attract people with similar values to your brand. So that's on a very simple level. On a greater level, having a really strong brand means that what you have is aesthetically pleasing. It means it looks good to the eye. When they go to your website, you don't have a website that looks like it was built in 1875. You have a website that is updated, that looks nice, that has great colors, great photos, great videos. And so you want to create an experience for people. So the customer experience is part of your brand. Think about Chick-fil-A. Do they have good chicken sandwiches? Yeah, they have good chicken sandwiches, but the experience is part of their brand. Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's about experience. And so there's so many different things that you can do. You can connect them to you. You can create an incredible experience. And then the other part of your brand is you create an exceptional product, which leads to my next point. And so you have to create the best product that you can possibly make. If you start making a product and you're not constantly looking for ways to improve upon it, you are resting on your laurels, and my friend, you are going to die. Your business will die. You're probably not going to die personally, but your business will die. It won't survive. You'll stay stuck selling to the middle class and the lower class. So you have to constantly be refining your product. How do I make it better? How do I fix the problems that we're having? All that running a business is being a problem solver. That's all it is, because you're going to face problems every day. You got to figure out, how do I solve these problems, okay? And then number 3, you have to take exceptional videos and photos. I wish that I could just hammer this into your head. So many of you guys make great stuff. Like, the product that you actually make is really cool. It's really great. But the problem is you take terrible photos of it with bad lighting, and you take terrible videos of it where you're walking around and the camera's doing this while you're walking around. Like, go find the brands that are doing it right and have great photos and great video, and then do what they're doing. Like, some of those brands, you know, they're taking all their pictures in like big, giant, beautiful houses and all these things. Well, you might not be able to do that, but make it as good as you can make it with what you have. Here's a cop-out that I hear all the time. I'm gonna challenge you on this. Well, I just don't have the resources that they have, so I can't do it like them. And so instead of trying to find a solution, we just come up with reasons why we can't do it. And you will never grow a business. Like, you can't do that, okay? So you have to constantly come back to say, what is the best thing that I can bring to the table right now? I have an iPhone. I have an iPhone 9 that takes decent video and pictures. Let's do that. Maybe I can buy a camera. Maybe I can invest in a camera. Maybe I could, finance a camera with 0% interest over the next 12 months and get a really good camera so that I can start promoting my brand. You have to take exceptional videos and pictures, and I cannot stress this enough, because if you do not, if you have an incredible product, but the people that you're trying to reach, they're not seeing the product in person, most likely. They're seeing pictures and videos of it online. So if your pictures and your videos don't represent the product adequately, that is what is actually selling them. The pictures of the product and the videos of the product are worth more than the product itself. Let's say that you built a $10,000 table. If you got great videos and great pictures of that, what if you could sell 4, 5, 6, 10 of those as a result of having great photos and great video? And my friend, I'm telling you from experience, you can. You just have to get the great photos and great video. So if you don't have that skill set, if you don't know how to get great photos and how to get great video, go figure it out. Just like you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this podcast, there are YouTube channels and podcasts that teach you how to take great photos and great video. But you cannot grow a legitimate brand, you can't charge exceptional prices without having this skill set. I can't stress it enough. Make that a priority. Number 4 is that you have to position yourself as a high-priced option. And what this takes is, it just takes courage. And you have to have a great product. So if you know, I've actually looked at all the products out there. I've actually looked at everything all my competitors are doing, and our product actually is the best, then price it that way. So people will come along and they'll say, well, so-and-so can do it for this. Can you do it for that? No, because I'm not so-and-so and our product is better than theirs. So if you want to spend less money, you can go to them, but you're going to come back to me in a couple years because my stuff is just quality, it lasts, as opposed to theirs. So would you rather pay more later down the road, or would you rather get what you want now and it lasts and it come with a warranty and it come with exceptional customer service? That's how you set yourself apart and charge premium prices. And guess what? As you do that and you start selling to a higher class audience, you're going to have to go back and forth and negotiate on price less. Like, if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, for example, and you've got your tables, your earrings, or whatever it is that you make listed on there, you're going to get people that are commenting and say, would you take this? Would you take that? It's because that environment, Facebook Marketplace, is where people go to look for deals. Flea markets are also where people go to look for deals, right? I don't want to be where people are trying to find a deal. I want to be where people are trying to find the best option, the best product. And that's how high class people think, is they're not looking to nickel and dime and save a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there. They just want the best. So if you can offer the best, then charge prices according to being the best. Hopefully this video has helped you discover how to sell expensive products, whether that is expensive woodworking products or handmade products. And listen, if you need some help, in my description below, I've got my free ebook. It's like 87 or 88 pages long. It's totally free. You just got to go click on it, check it out. It's going to help you on your journey to building a business, okay? If you're like, I'm ready to go right now, like I'm not consistently doing anything in sales, but I'm ready to like really learn and implement these details, then check out the Handmade Hero Academy course. I've got it starting at just $47 a month, and that is gonna help you. Listen, for those of you in the woodworking and furniture industry, if you sell one table as a result of what you learn from this program, it pays for itself. It's worth it. I make this super affordable on purpose, okay? And if you're already doing $3,000 to $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, you're ready to scale, then check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator in the link below as well. So with that being said, I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for your support. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe up here or down here, and I'll see you in the next video.